What's up, guys? Dr. Seth back to solve more of your powerlifting problems. And this one, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself because this is an update on how my groin rehab is doing with a little bit of wisdom sprinkled in. And for those of you who haven't been following along, or for those of you who do not know, I pulled a bunch of shit off of my pelvis 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, squatting 804 on my third attempt at a meet. I did not make the squat, so I guess I wasn't squatting it, getting squished by 804 at the meet. That's beside the point. It is bouncing back friggin' fast, way faster than I ever would have expected it to, especially hearing the reactions, seeing the reactions from people as I was sending out my MRI report, as I was asking for advice, as I was asking for opinions, because it seemed like everyone I sent it to, not just doctors in the hospital system, not just like the doctors that I was seeing at the hospital I went to, but people involved in powerlifting were like, dude, that's gnarly, I don't really know what to do with that. And then hearing it from orthopedic surgeons going, dude, that's gnarly, I don't really know what to do with that. Hearing it from damn near everyone that it might have been a career ender really wasn't too much fun to hear, especially with how fucking bad it felt when it first happened in those first couple days, because I could hardly fucking move. And I guess for like an explanation of what happened structurally, so down here in the groin, taint, fupa area, we got adductor longus, adductor brevis, we got rectus abdominis running vertical up from the pelvis, and basically those guys all just lifted off of the pelvis, and I can kind of feel shit sliding around. Like if I flex my adductor in isolation, like my belly moves a little bit, like I can feel my ab wall pulling down, which is really fun, really like nice sensation to have to deal with now. But as gnarly as it was, as gnarly as it felt, shit is coming back very fast. And it's like, yes, I am compensating with other tissue. Yes, I am compensating with other structures to make up for what's going on right now. But I'm shocked with how quickly it's feeling better. And it feeling better is just a matter of how I've gone about the rehab process, how I've gone about building tolerance, how I've gone about building things back, how I've gone about asking for more. And as I ask for more, as long as I'm not overstepping it, I'm able to do more the next time around, and just keeps getting better and better, feeling better and better. And at this point, I've finally found a surgeon who is willing to take the case. I'm going to go see him next week just to get an opinion from him. But at this point, I really don't even think that getting it all bolted down and reattached is going to be necessary, just because of the amount of progress that I am making on my own. And whether or not I decide to do surgery will just be a matter of if I am sure after talking to him that it will be the better option. Because right now, like, just continuing to get better seems like a pretty okay option, especially if I can avoid going under the knife, getting cut open, and having to deal with all that shit as well. And it's like, getting here has just been a matter, like I said, of asking for more and more and more. At the beginning, it was doing extremely high bodyweight box squats just to try to move that hip a little bit, just to try to put a little bit of load to the legs. And then it was doing a little bit of very light isometric ab contractions, just again, to try to get the abs to do something. And then from there, it was just building up. It was like moving into deeper squats, while doing things that would train the legs outside of squatting, like single leg RDLs to get some little more hip flexion, doing plat style leg presses where I had to like literally lift my leg up onto the leg press platform to get there. But I could do a plat style leg press where it's just a ton of knee flexion, knee extension to get the quads going. And it's like, I kind of just built up the box squats to lower and lower. I guess built down the box squats lower and lower, while getting better and better at hip hinging, while getting better and better at on the leg press. And then all of a sudden it was like a little bit over, I guess, 1 day after 2 weeks, so 15 days post-injury, I was front squatting 275 for reps with zero pain. And it's like, yes, it did feel a little bit sketchy through the pelvis, through that front side where I could feel kind of stuff pulling around a little bit, but it wasn't pain, it wasn't terrible, I was in control of it, and I wasn't afraid that things were getting worse. And it's like, if we do have a gnarly injury, we don't necessarily always need to be afraid of making things worse, because what's left there, it didn't tear with the main injury, it didn't tear when it all happened. So we are pretty safe to assume that it's still going to be relatively structurally intact. And it's like, if what's there didn't rip off with 804, it's not going to rip off with 275. So I can train pretty safely as long as I'm aware of how I feel, aware of my sensations, and making sure that I'm not overstepping. And something to keep in mind for you guys is like, if you are in a position where you're dealing with something gnarly, if you're coming off of something gnarly, just ask for what's available, ask for more and more will come, as long as you aren't a dumbass while you're asking for it. Because like, I'm not going in and thinking I'm going to squat as much as I can today. I'm thinking I'm going to squat something appropriate that will allow me to get a training stimulus that will allow me to build for the next time. And the next time we'll do a little bit more. And it's just going to be a matter of chipping away as I rebuild tolerance, as I rebuild strength, as I rebuild control. And eventually, I will be back. And like, I will say that definitively, I will be back. This is not a career ender. I don't want to be like, I'm going to prove everyone fucking wrong guy, but I'm going to prove myself right, because this, yeah, it is an gnarly one, but shit's working. Shit's getting better. I'm making an insane amount of progress, almost to the point where it's like, do I need to slow down a little bit because of how fast things are coming back? But it is fun so far. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to keep getting better, excited to keep growing, excited to keep showing you guys what I'm doing both on here and on Instagram with training. So thank you so much for watching. Like, follow along, subscribe, all that jazz. New sweaters dropping very shortly. And again, for those of you who don't know, we're going to be moving back to Canada at the end-ish of December, so this will be the last drop we do in America. So make sure to scoop them up. Probably going to be happening this Friday. And again, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who is wishing me well. We got this. We will be back on the platform. Not very soon, but soon enough, and we're going to hit some PRs. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.